Yeah, let's see how B is going to be playing this one. And the game goes live. 3DB in the blue against MarineLorD in the red, playing the Abbasid Dynasty. Scout going out, going to collect all of those sheep out on the map. And this looks like the usual barracks opening here for the Mongols. B actually placing down his Uvu right next to some of these straggler trees. Not Uvu, sorry, the Ger, right next to these straggler trees. Meaning that he's going to be able to immediately, as soon as the game begins, have his villagers active here. Usually you'll want to... I mean, I guess in most cases, Mongol players, they just put their villagers next to their TC and start gathering there. But this is much more effective. And now we see a villager moving out, probably going to be dropping down that barracks any moment now.
The craziest strategy I've tried on this map as Abbasid is I did a... What? Hello, villager! I don't know.
He's waiting for the wood. Yeah. There we go. Now he has the wood.
I did a trade wing to my enemies from the Abbasid base across the map to my enemies market, and they were English, and so I made like one trip with my 3 traders. It was crazy, but didn't work. I lost, but it was fun.
All right, there we go. Khan took some arrow fire from the enemy TC, but managed to secure a bunch of sheep here. Looking good so far for him. MarineLorD is just doing the normal opening right now. He's on gold, he's on food. He's not prepared anything for the potential, or rather inevitable rush of spearmen that's going to be coming towards his base. I wonder, does B have vision right now of the gold mine? I hope he scouted out the gold mine from MarineLorD, so he should know immediately where to go, because right next to gold mine is also the stone pit, so he can put an outpost there. He's going to be able to not only deny the early upgrades for MarineLorD as the Abbasid, so no early fresh foodstuffs, maybe no wheelbarrow early on, and also delay the second town center if MarineLorD decides to go for a second TC.
Yep, Khan's checking out. He sees where he's getting wood. He sees the golds on the north side. So he's got the intel he needs as his villagers get into position. And B, getting that gold. I'm sorry, MarineLorD getting that gold early on. You already see a trade wing. A trade wing.
There we go. It's going to be a trader kind of game.
He's stealing my strats, man. I told you. This an Abbasid opening into trade wing to feudal. Never thought we'd ever see this before. Only in season 4. And it's match point. Let's see how it works out.
Match point trade wing on the pit against the Mongols. Probably. Oh, good. B can see it. B already knows.
Oh yeah.
Usually there's like 10 seconds where even after you click the age up, where the House of Wisdom doesn't display like what building you're going for. At this point, B knows, and he's made like 5 spearmen so far. Maybe that's double production. No, it's just going to be 5 spearmen in total. So he's just going to put those 5 spearmen inside of that outpost. He's going to be fine there, but potentially he can just go further and completely deny the trade.
Yep. And I feel like we could have trivia in chat of like name the direction on the House of Wisdom that each of the Abbasid wings are built. Because for every other civilization, you can click on the landmark. You know what landmark they're building, even if you don't play the Civ. With Abbasid, like you have to memorize what the buildings look like to know like that is the trade wing. I'm sure that B's more than aware of what it is there. And yeah, I'm kind of interested how he's gonna get value out of that.
Barracks coming out from MarineLorD, so he isn't going to be waiting for Fuel Age in order to drop an archery range. That's going to be interesting because 3DB already has 7 spearmen out on the field. Sure, MarineLorD can upgrade his spearmen to the hardened variety, but against 7 spearmen, he's going to have to mass up quite a bunch of spears before he's able to take any effective engagements here.
There we go. Where are those traders?
Oh, yeah, where are they?
Is he pop capped? No, yeah. Wait.
No, he's pop capped. Wait. Where are the traders at?
I don't know. I don't. There they are.
Oh, there they are.
They're on the run.
They were sneaking around. They're running. They got a mission and they're on the run. Oh, B lost a couple of spearmen there, though, to the villagers, but sees where the traders are and is going to turn his spearmen around.
Yeah, spearmen don't do much damage to traders, as you're kind of seeing there, especially Dark Age, so... Let's see if he goes for a walk across the map, or maybe he'll wait and then go for this, but... I mean...
Silver Tree coming out as well now for B.
Yeah, I'm not going to second guess this trade strategy. MarineLorD won Red Bull Wolo. I was not in attendance, so I'm gonna assume he knows what's going on. This is all going to be fine, as we have an archer coming out.
I'm skeptical of that early barracks because he ended up just going for the archer range after the fact anyways.
And trade on the other
I think
side.
the order should have been reversed, but still is going to be able to... Yeah, now he's got the map control. Now he's going to be able to trade. I wonder how much he's going to get for that. It's halfway across the map. I'm going to guess it's going to be like 45 gold.
I feel like with that, he's lost his opportunity to go to the Western market with his traders. But, you know, maybe he opened with the Spearmen because, I mean, I have seen Mongols... They rush with the Spearmen, and then suddenly they show up with Dark Age Horsemen on top of that. And if he had went straight for Archers, like, that can be a thing that happens. But maybe that's why I went for it.
That's worse than I imagined.
34 gold. They're free, though. They're free. It's free real estate.
It's free. Yeah, exactly. So with the 34 gold, he might be able to afford stuff like fresh fruit stuff. So not completely worthless here.
He's going to be making trips, and Mongols, of course, moving their... You can see down the western side of the map, moving their trade into position to do their trading. And
ooh, this is going to be annoying. MarineLorD, he has a scout on that. That's not going to be unpacking in anytime soon.
Oh, that is so annoying. He's getting the speed, though. Look, he's getting the speed upgrade. So he's going to be able to...
maybe with the speed upgrade?
If
he's going to be fast enough?
Turbo. He's got the EcoBoost engine installed in that thing. Let's see what he can do. Still chilling.
We also see a market on the map. Like, there's a market right now that's traveling packed up for B. I think MarineLorD at one point, he missed a little bit of a timing window there, so he now has to go for a ram. There was a point where there were no spearmen inside the outpost for B, and it wasn't reinforced with an emplacement. I think MarineLorD could have just pulled some villagers at that moment. Oh.
Ooh, loses a scout.
Doesn't pay attention. Loses the scout, yeah.
Still not building. Okay, well,
there we go. Now
Trade of Empires is going to decide. Match point, 3DB and MarineLorD, Golden League 2. I'm not sure who's going to win looking at this right now, but MarineLorD, he's got a ram, he's taking that tower out. He's got his traders going, and I would expect he'll expand to the north, maybe. And,
yeah, villagers moving out to make a market there on that side. B being annoying here in the meantime, but MarineLorD has his army nearby, so B isn't going to find too much value here. What are we seeing? We're seeing horsemen being made now, but MarineLorD, he's got a good amount of spearmen.
Mm-hmm. And wheelbarrow being researched right now for B. By the way, MarineLorD picking up that trade wing tech right now. He just picked it up. I think it's so they bring back an additional resource, right? That's that first tech in there?
Yeah. 25% of their total resources gathered is going to be put into a secondary resource, except for stone. They actually removed stone for both the French and the Abbasid as a resource that's gatherable through trade.
We see MarineLorD even building a wall up there on the northern side, so I would expect that trade is about to be alive and well here. And the Rams just going on a little afternoon stroll. B's training up his traders, I assume, down there on the south side. Of course, the Mongols, they've got the Silk Road bonus. If you take a look at their market, as they get more traders, they actually bring back bonus resources, even food and wood. So as they grow in numbers.
Ooh, now markets being made here for MarineLorD. Going for the trade trick is going to get a whole bunch of resource with that. And we can see almost 40 food with every single one of these trade trips. So that's definitely not bad. You can definitely take those. That's 120 food with those 3 traders once they come back, and a lot of gold to accompany them. That's a really, really good when it comes to the resources. Abbasid definitely also being one of the best civilizations when it comes to trade, because their traders only cost 80 resources total. 40 gold, 40 wood. So they're incredibly cheap to produce. Mongol traders, for example, even if you get the landmark, a special landmark for trade, the traders out of that are more expensive. At least 90 resources total per trader. This
trade meta has gone out of control because we've got chat out here requesting designated UI placement for traders here. So there's so much trading's been going on. Chat wants dedicated trader count. I mean, we could probably minimize most of the stats on the screen and just have a giant trade number. Maybe like there in the middle where we have the score or something. How many traders? More traders, more winning.
Probably best to just use the select all, and then we can see that B right now, he is on 6 traders. And MarineLorD, he is sitting on 4. So right now, B already caught up when it comes to traders. Silvertree also produces traders cheaper and faster as well, so only 16 seconds per trader. I think normal time is 25, so that also makes a big difference here.
And, you know, I'd probably want to be on the side of the player who can build walls, I guess, if we're relying on trade, if this game, you know, gets into the later stage of things. But, of course, for the Mongols, they use, the cannon emplacements, but they're more expensive with this rule set for the No Stone Age. But I don't know. We'll see. It's still too early, really, for that to matter a whole lot, as those are pretty big gaps to wall off. But we see... Looks like B's doing a raid on the eastern side, the far east, and then also on the west, splitting up his forces. Or that's just, okay, it's just a con.
Just the Khan, just passing around there. Both players right now just massing up military, trying to annoy the opponent's trade. Now we see a lot of the archers from B moving in towards the side of MarineLorD. MarineLorD, though, he's already got a couple of horsemen, good amount of spears, good amount of archers. It's going to be interesting to see if the amount of units that MarineLorD has is going to be able to take down that massive archer ball that B is amassing right now.
Yep, as we see blacksmith upgrades being researched right now, we've got pings on 4 different spots of the map as these archers and spearmen for B start to move out. Of course, I'm sure the trade numbers are only growing behind all of this. Neither player really in any spot to make a jump up to the next age yet. I guess B's already got 300 gold in the bank. But just a little bit of just positioning and keeping line of sight, map control to make sure their traders are going to be secure.
I think the economy for B should, in theory, be faster. He doesn't have to make any houses, so he's able to reinvest that wood that he's saving on that, with that into pastures, for example. So that's an easy food transition, but he doesn't need that. He can also, with the amount of military that he has right now, as he's doing, move out and go for those deer. But now MarineLorD, using his horsemen here, his mobile army, but that's a big amount of archers here from B with upgrades, with blacksmith upgrades. MarineLorD only just now started researching blacksmith upgrades. So this trade for MarineLorD could be shut down now for quite a while.
And B's got the archer count as you see him right now in line formation, charging forward with his con and picking off traders, maybe even some villagers, and our first big engagement of the day. Spearmen pushing forward, but really no horsemen there for them to engage. They're just taking a lot of fire from those archers, as if B picks those archer numbers off, those spearmen are going to be sitting ducks.
That's going to be tough now. Horsemen coming in from the side, intercepted by some spearmen, though. Not a ton of spearmen. The horsemen are just going to run past. B also has a couple of horsemen right now. I wonder where they are right now. But the archer mass looks to be...
Like they're in the wood line.
Defeated for B, potentially, here. Yeah, it looks like they're in the wood line. Oh, more archers, though.
Comes the reinforcements.
Yeah, I think MarineLorD loses the fight. This could be really bad now for MarineLorD. If he loses this fight, he loses access to trade. His opponent is still going to be trading freely behind this.
Yep. He who owns the trade owns Age of Empires. The Ram out there doing a little distracting. Another trader likely getting picked off. Horsemen charging forward. Of course, they do bonus damage versus those archers, so the archer trying to get out of there. The spearmen, they're coming in to try to counter those horsemen down as he kites back.
He doesn't have any way to scale his economy behind this. He can only scale his economy with trade right now. He didn't go for any of the other wings, so trade is the only real bonus that he has going for him right now.
This was also precisely, you can see he just built that mill. Like, he just started gathering from that food, and as this happened,
oh no.
showed up.
Look at the amount of worker kills that happened in the meantime.
Oh boy! Oh, those horsemen. That's, you said, where are those horsemen? That's where they were. They were in that wood line picking off villagers.
They were getting busy, and right now, 15 worker kills for B. MarineLorD lost 15 villagers behind this, and B just keeps producing more and more military. MarineLorD is trying to keep up as well, but right now, he's got 2 villagers on food. 2 villagers on food.
Oh,
B
boy.
is pressuring the deer spot where MarineLorD desperately wants to gather food from, and he's just not letting him.
Yep, we see the archers and horsemen continuing to face off, but this is really bad news looking at those villager counts. I mean, you can look at the top of your screen, 62 villas for B versus the 46 of MarineLorD. Of course, traders in there as well, but Ram doing a little dancing there, but not going to add a whole lot of value to this fight as those horsemen push in. Doesn't have any spearmen really to go for them, so he's got to kite back with the archers. And more villagers being picked off. You know, B just having Good positioning. He knew where those deer were, and he just brought his army over this so he could cut off the deer and traders all at once. It's a double hit to his eco, but we see MarineLorD's archer and scout growing up a little bit, but I think B's just at this point just trying to keep him busy, keep pushing on in.
And MarineLorD is just lacking the food to produce units at this point. He now has a couple more villagers on the berries in the bottom side, so able to get some more economy in. Actually has to pull the villagers just to distract the army from B right now, just to protect his archers a little bit, but that's just 5 more villagers down the drain right now for MarineLorD, and he's really struggling right now to keep on. He has almost half the amount of archers that B has. Granted, a lot of these archers are right now busy on the map walking towards the base of MarineLorD, but still, right now, the military count is just way, 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 way in favor of B. And I don't think MarineLorD is going to be able to sustain this this fighting that's happening here right now, at least not for long.
Here comes 3 traders. Will they make it through? As B is picking them off. Looks like they're moving up to the north.
But being focused right now. Now they are.
There we go. Archer's pretty effective against traders, unlike spearmen.
And there we go.
Wow.
MarineLorD calls GG. Set number 1 today. B versus MarineLorD. B does it again. For the second time, he has defeated MarineLorD in this round of 1. No Stonewall rules.
Yeah, that's twice, because he played against them in, I think it was like round 3 last Saturday, and then both down in here in this redemption bracket. B versus MarineLorD matched up again, pretty crazy, and went all the way to the end. I never expected to see a feudal age trade wing out of the Abbasid. I'm sure he had something going on with that, but B able to shut it down today. And B will be advancing on in this tournament to face the winner of Puppy Paw versus Beastie Cutie.
Man, oh man. For the second time in a row, MarineLorD really has to be thinking right now, where did he go wrong? And, I mean, if you go trade against the Mongols, that's...
Yeah.
You kind of set yourself up for defeat, don't you, really?
It's hard to deal with. That's certainly. I mean, we've all been in this scenario up against that Mongol trade, and when you aren't the Mongols, you've got to figure out something to do to stop it, because once it gets going, it's hard. And he had his own trade set up. It was looking for a moment there, like it was maybe going to work out, but maybe in a best of 5, it kind of could have gone differently. But today, B's going to be the one advancing.